Let's do it. Are you ready for this? You ready for the most hype intro of all time?
Hit it.
Welcome to the You Are Here podcast. This is episode 45 of the podcast. My name is Mike. We got Dave here. We're hyped. We were low energy, but now we're high. And we're going to make it that way because we're having a good time.
Yes.
And it's going to last.
Yes, dude.
So find the podcast on www.youareherepodcast.co. We cannot afford the M. Synchronicity. Is that a word? I don't know. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Anchor.fm, Castbox, anywhere you could find a podcast. And we got people talking.
Who's out there?
Who's out there?
What are you doing? It was so fucking quiet for like 30 minutes.
Dave, how you doing? How you doing, man?
I'm good,
how you doing?
bro.
How you doing, bro?
So good right now.
You're good?
I'm electric, I would say.
You're good?
Yeah. I want to start the podcast with this article
Start
I just got
it off,
sent.
bro.
Because, you know, I see these things once in a while. And my blood's boiling right now after reading this one.
My veins are popping. My blood is boiling.
Yeah. I feel a vein in my forehead, and it's hurting. I'm so fucking mad at this article right here. Casting Network's news. I just got this article sent to me from a friend. Daily Roundup, December 3rd, 2019. And the head of the article is this.
Okay.
How facial expressions impact your acting. And then it goes into a little blurb saying, bringing organic subtlety and specificity to your facial expressions is a major part of making your acting believable and grounded. Read on for tips on how to control your facial expressions and better your acting. Let me.
So when I'm watching a movie, right?
Go
let me get.
Go ahead.
So when I'm watching a movie,
go ahead.
I see someone walk in.
Yep.
I see Dave walk into the frame.
Sure.
And he looks at the camera. And goes like this. Right? He goes,
That's what I do.
That makes me cream myself. All right? That's what it does. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the actors to give me.
Whoa.
We're coming off a holiday season, all right?
Whoa.
So all I'm saying is no. Whoever that is, what the fuck?
I just want to break that down real quick.
Please.
And why it infuriates me. I want to get into it. Okay, so there's a million of these fucking articles. You could find them everywhere. Every casting website, everything that you sign up for when you're starting out with acting. Everyone has a fucking opinion, right? But these opinions are so just off base. I think the main thing for young actors to know is that you have your consciousness is like one track, right? Like your focus, you can only think of one thing at a time. Like you cannot be listening to someone and like taking in a thing in front of you and at the same time thinking about yourself. Your brain can't do both. It's impossible. It's impossible to do both. Like you will not. So if I'm thinking about like while you're like, tell me something.
Dude, you're great.
And now all I'm thinking about is like, are my lips closed or open right now? Like, is my jaw straight or not? And like, which eye am I looking into on Mike's eyes? I'm not thinking about what you're saying. I have no opinion about it.
Nope.
My brain is here. It's focused on this. So when you start fucking putting out articles telling young actors who don't know better, or just actors period who don't know better, about like, worry about your facial expressions while you act, man.
Yeah, great.
The subtleties in your facial expressions, if you really, really work on them.
Take you straight out of what you're doing.
That will
straight out of your mindset.
But what they're saying is that's gonna bring you to the next level, brother.
That's gonna set you apart.
Dude, people sign up for this shit. How to make yourself cry. That's another one. I read one of those articles and I was like,
And I don't get how someone can like sit there and write this whole article, get it approved through whatever.
It's a casting website.
That's what I'm saying. How do you, even from being like a viewer, like you can easily like deduct that when you're watching a movie and there's a role that you really like, there's a, like someone does something and you're like, wow. You're not paying attention to their eyes. You're not paying attention to that. You're paying attention to the whole thing, the whole environment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're watching someone go through a real thing. You're not fucking, oh God.
That's
and that
disgusting.
actor is
That's
not
disgusting.
fucking thinking about.
Coming from a casting agent, that's disgusting.
It pisses me off, man.
Yeah.
It pisses me off. So the quickest way to get me angry is send me one of those articles. If you find one, send it. And we're going to fucking post them all. And we're going to expose people. 'Cause I'm sick of this shit, dude. Because it's just misinformation.
It is. It's fucked up, man.
You could get your opinions from fucking anybody, right?
Yep.
There's so many opinions and there's so many articles, and we all know a lot of it's bullshit. But some people, when it comes to acting, like I'll get messages like, "Hey man, what should I do? I want to act. What should I do?" Someone will just DM me randomly.
Yep.
Someone that's just, I don't even know. And I try to give them any kind of, oh shit, that's the heater.
I gotta turn it off.
But I try to give them any kind of fucking advice. And it's like basic shit, but I don't try to like overstep my boundaries and say like, hey man, this is how you break into the business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to give you tips about like, you know, casting websites and like join a school that suits you. And just a few things, but like they will read this shit.
Yep. And that's the first, like, that's one of, you got the internet. That's one of the first places you go when you don't know something. You Google something, and if that comes up, and if that's what they're subscribing to, and that's what they're going to put first, they're going to think about the whole time.
Bro, I met this dude outside of, I forgot about this. I went to the Strasburg School, and I was in college still.
Yeah.
But it was like for my thesis project. I wanted to research some schools to go to after. And so I was doing like this project about these different schools.
Yeah.
And which school of thought I wanted to follow. And I went to the Strasburg School in the city. And I'm there, you know, and they like sit me down in this room. They make me watch a video about Strasburg, how great he is, all this. And once I get out, this young dude smoking, this young like James Dean, Marlon Brando hybrid French kid is like smoking outside. And I'm like, so tell me about the school. And I'm a young dude. I don't know shit about acting. I'm like reading these kinds of articles. He's like, you know, man, it was really great today. Like truly great. You know, our teacher just taught us how to cry. And in my mind, I was like, oh my God, I have to go here. I need to learn how to cry. But I was just so young and I didn't know any other way. Yeah. I just wanted a way. And I was like, I see people cry on TV all the time. I see people cry in movies, and I'm like, and I'm moved.
This is where they went.
This is how you do it. Someone teaches you how to cry. That's what I have to focus on, how to cry. And like the second you start going in here and saying like in the moment, like, cry, Dave, fucking cry. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna fucking cry. I'm gonna be like just trying to force shit out. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be terrible. But I remember that story because I'll never forget how this guy had the keys. Like he thought he had the keys. And I was like, I want the keys, but that was the wrong keys. I don't think those are the keys. You know?
Yeah, it's definitely not keys.
I don't think so, bro.
I don't think there's keys to it.
Keys made out of clay. It wasn't real keys. Speaking of movies, man.
Oh,
bro,
we got to get into some. There's a lot of good stuff going around right now.
There's a lot of good stuff.
There's a lot of good stuff going on right now.
I watched Honeyboy twice.
Yes.
In the past
Finally,
4
dude.
days.
I fucking am so happy. When you sent me that message that you watched it, I was like, God damn. How'd you feel, bro?
Your boy had an experience.
Right?
First time around.
I got to watch it again, man.
You have to.
I got to go.
First time around, it was like the most visceral experience I've ever had in a fucking movie theater.
Yep.
Period. End of story.
Yep.
Everyone, what you said, 4 other people said to me like, Dave, you really got to watch this movie. And I was like, I get it, cause Shy and like it's, you know, it's like one of my favorites and all that. And they're like, yeah, but you really got to watch this movie. Yeah. I'm like, all right, guys, what's going on here? Like, what don't I know that you guys know? You know? And I'm like, oh, this is gonna be cool. I walk into the theater. By the last frame of the film, I'm fucking in my seat like this, like fucking hunched down like this, right? With my fucking collar over my, like a vampire, dude, covering my face. And I can't stop crying. I can't physically, it was as if somebody died that I loved. Like fucking crying. It was like a little kid in me was screaming. Yep. You know when you're a kid and you're crying, you can't, and you're like hyperventilating and you're just trying to like lower your breathing.
You can't stop it.
I couldn't stop crying. And I literally was like checking in with everyone in the theater, and I knew people were behind us, and I waited for everyone to leave the fucking theater before I got up because I felt like I was exposed, dude. That's I want to get into it. I don't want to like spoil shit, but like spoiler alert. Like we should go into it.
Yes, I think so. Because we might spoil some stuff.
Yeah. So spoiler
sure,
alert.
like,
if you haven't seen it, go see it.
Yes, you have to.
If you haven't,
stop this right now. Go see it.
Yeah, and finish it later. Subscribe to our podcast, YouTube, Spotify,
Boom.
iTunes.
You
Thank
are here. Podcast.
Love you.
Episode 45.
Episode 45. What did you get from it?
So I want to get into what you were saying about you felt exposed. Because man, I felt like I told you this before, like what I really got from it, like before you even watched it. I don't know if you remember, but like I think that story goes to you and I think a lot of people, because it's relatable for a lot of different people's stories.
Yes.
But it relates to both sides of like, it's obviously about, I don't know, is it a biopic or what is it?
It's technically fictional. Like he changed the names of the people and whatever. I think he may have dramatized a bit, but like it's really his story. It's
Shia LaBeouf's story, him and his father, and how he grew up and how he was like a child star and how his father's relationship and how that kind of grew and broke apart. But
it's focused on a really specific, probably few months of their life in that motel.
Yeah.
Right.
And
his recovery as an adult.
Like personally, my family, like I was blessed with an amazing family.
Right.
And I feel like this movie really made me appreciate what I was given, the cards I've been dealt in life, and just to appreciate it. Yeah. Because not everyone has, not everyone's that like gets lucky like that.
Yeah.
What I mean? And for me, I felt like I was just like looking into this story, this life. Yeah. It felt like real life.
Yes.
And like I wasn't supposed to be seeing this.
Yep.
Because it's dark and it's sad and it's fucked up.
Yep.
And like it's just a whole fucking mix of emotions, man. And like it was rough, man.
It was a rough
But it was so fucking amazing. It moved me so much. I loved it.
Man, I know. It's a great film. Just period.
Yes, man.
It's a really well made film, I feel like.
But I saw like today there was like a title, it's like the most healing film of 2019.
Most healing
and that's
film of
like
2019.
that's so beautiful.
I mean, the story is made from a human who is recovering from PTSD from his father that he didn't know he had. So like the story is birthed out of like this therapeutic setting because it's his journey to heal. Yep. Of course, it's the most healing film of 2019. Of course. Yeah. It's the most specific and like vulnerable story I think I've ever watched. Yeah. And
if we didn't mention it, but if you don't know, Shia LaBeouf plays his own dad.
He plays his own, oh fuck.
And acts with himself as the child. Oh, I forget the kid's name.
Noah Jupe.
Oh, he did amazing, man.
Killed it.
They had such a good fucking...
Killed it.
They were amazing, man.
I want to like... So this is what I walked away with. Yeah. After this moment I was having, right? I'm like... I'm just walking around. We're in Montclair and I'm walking around and I'm like, why am I feeling like this? Why? I couldn't put a finger on like what kid in me is like screaming in my gut. Like why? I couldn't figure out why. Like I felt like obviously the film did something to me. Yeah. It woke something up in me. And I was like, why? What specifically is it that stirred me up? And when I watched it the second time, I was trying to like catch those things. There's a moment where he's on the phone with his mother. His mother calls. Yeah. Right. And so he's in the motel with his father. Yeah. His mother calls, and she's talking to him through him to her father. Yep. And the father's freaking out and spiraling and talking to the kid again to tell his mother. So he's imitating his mother's voice and his father's voice, and he's literally in the middle of these two people, caught in the middle of these two fucking wild people. Yep.
And he's acting so normal,
and he's trying to, and he holds it together because this is normal. That's what I thought this kid did so well. It's like, that's not the first time that happened, obviously. I thought about that moment and I was like, okay, that stirred something up in me because I was an only child and I had divorced parents and they, would argue very rarely, but when it happened, I very much felt like it was like, I was in the middle of this thing, like even though I know they didn't probably mean for that. Yeah, for sure. I felt like that, and I was like, okay, that's one thing that started to stir me up early. Yeah. The love he has for his father, and the love that his father has for him, and the lineage of abuse. He says in the film, he goes, what we come from is good people who have been hurt and don't know what the fuck to do, and so they drink or do drugs. And so it's good people, good-hearted people that are from generation to generation continuing to get hurt from the last generation and not knowing what to do about it. And so the thing that's helped the last generation, which is genetically now passed down and behaviorally passed down, is drugs and alcohol. Right. And that fucked me up. Yeah. That stirred me up.
That show was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But one thing that really fucking killed me was when it was... Oh, God. It was after... think after the kid ran away.
Uh-huh.
And or no, his dad went to like the strip club and everything, and they had the argument, and then they came back, and and he was telling him, his dad, that like, I want you to be here, and I want you to be a dad.
I want you to be a dad. Fuck, oh, dude, that fucking killed me. That killed me. Like, that's the thing. So that's the thing I was concerned about. I was like,
getting like goosebumps just from remembering it, man.
Me too.
It's crazy.
It's traumatic, bro. But it's so specific. I think it was so well acted and so specific of a story, and so vulnerable for him to tell it from his father's perspective, that like, we're gonna be shook by it because it's so personal.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh, so that's what fucked me up, was like, I didn't grow up with a father who was doing drugs, and like, I didn't stay in a motel while my mother was like some gypsy in a fucking Renaissance fair.
Yeah.
And I wasn't an actor on a fucking TV show paying my, we didn't have the same story, not even close. But the parallels that I found, that I don't think I've found them all yet, but like the really, really specific things that happen with like his father holding his hand and then letting it go when other people are around, or, you know, the pinky promise kiss that they do, right? And the promises that the father makes to him that aren't fulfilled, and stuff like that, and the mother being away and feeling like, you know, distant from his mother. You know, there was parallels I felt in that sense, I think, that I wasn't thinking about, that freaked me out. Because like the whole for preface this, I have fucking great parents. Yeah. Like, my parents love the fuck out of me, and they support me any way they can. They're the shit. I love them. And like, I never mean to poo-poo on them at all. But like, the things that you remember from your childhood are generally like the rougher spots, right? The things that like traumatize you a bit, or not traumatize, but like, you go through a moment and you remember it. And I remember, so like the pissing thing, like he's pissing, he's making fun of his kid's penis size, right? And like, they're joking around and stuff, and having to put on a performance for like, not that my father did that, he never did that, but like the machismo of like being a man, and like, this is what you do, and this is how you talk to women, and like, he taught me that. Like, my father, he kind of would always kind of push me to talk to women and talk to girls, and like, set me, and I'm a kid, and like, that I felt very much. But out of like, I love this guy so fucking much, I'll do anything. That's the thing I think that shook me the most, is I love my father so fucking that connection, much, man, that I'll do anything. Yeah. Even if like I feel harmed or hurt in like any kind of way, and he doesn't mean to, I'll do anything to be like loved. And the make my dad proud, I think that's the line that broke me, was like, fuck. That's the line that broke me, was like, I think it's one of the last lines when he's talking to his father about the pool as an adult, and he was like, you know, he tells him he's gonna make a movie about him, and he goes, make me look good, honey boy, or like, make me proud, something along those lines. That cracked me. And then he's on his son. The son has him on his back. That's the kind of thing that I think I was like, oh, I get it. The feeling of being alone. I was alone kind of a lot as a kid, and like I could relate to that for sure. There's one more thing. Okay. So like, having to put on a performance in front of people. Yeah. Right. Like as a kid, you know, I did feel. I think I felt very much alone, like I said, and just wanting to make appearances like everything's okay to other people. I didn't want to be like looked down on, or like, I feel that too, pulled away from my family in any kind of way. And like, I would never say anything to people, friends, otherwise, about anything that was going on that I didn't like. So my father used to like, we'd go to like a party or like be at a bar, because he was single at the time, and I'm like 6, 7, you know, something like that, 5, and you know, he'd be like, all right, you know, go out there and you know, girls at this bar, and they're women, they're not girls, you know, and I'm at a bar, it's like late, and I'm at this bar, and I remember specifically, like, we'd have like party tricks, like to reel in people, and I would dance, I would break dance, I would build like a bridge, like a straw, and drop it into a girl's drink at the far end of the bar, like I'd be doing it all night, and then like drop it, and it's like a joke, and I'd have like this one, he'd be like, Dave, tell your joke to them, like, go tell your joke to them. and then give him this note or something, you know, or whatever. And I could remember those moments specifically, like telling a joke about like where do cows go on a Friday night? To the movies, and like all, because I'm a kid, like people are laughing and it reels people in.
Yeah, that's so that I can see that, man.
Yeah. I think that
definitely connects like that.
Yeah. So there's parallels, but like not even close. Yeah. In the same breath, you know what I mean?
I feel it.
Yeah.
It's like slightly though. You know
Slightly.
Yeah. I have that same feeling of like my father never like instilled this upon me or like made me like feel like I had to do this, but from watching him and like how he would act, like that, like machismo, like of you don't show like, you know, the pain, you don't show any like you never cry in front of people, you never do this shit. You're always good, you figure everything out, and that's how it's gonna be. You know what I mean?
But you saw specifics about like how intimate he was with his son too.
Man,
he was very sweet with him.
No, he loved him.
He loved the fuck, and he would kiss him, and he would hold his hand, and like this. That's not masculine shit at all, quote unquote. That's not like what you're taught a man does. A man doesn't do like pinky swears and kisses with his father.
That's why it's so weird, because he's like kind of like being a hypocrite most of the time.
But I think it was out of fear of being a sex offender and being looked at as a piece of shit. He would say chicken hawk. I don't want people to see me or to think I'm a chicken hawk because I'm holding your hand. When he says chicken hawk, I think he means like pedophile.
Really?
Yeah, because he got charged with from I think Shia's mother. They had an altercation in the car where like she charged him with like attempting to rape her, and it was like considered pedophilia or something. I don't know. He's a sex offender, maybe not pedophilia, but sex offender. And he would say the word chicken hawk.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
So that's what kept him from being intimate in like you could say feminine kind of way. Because his nature wasn't like, he was in many ways masculine, but like I was listening to this podcast that Shai was talking on about Honeyboy. It's called the Honeyboy podcast. You should check it out. It's fucking amazing.
Really?
Yeah, they break down the film. They break down like these kind of conversations. And he was saying like how like you look at Tupac and you look at Biggie, right? And whereas Biggie was like this very masculine presence, like always, you will never catch Biggie doing anything sweet. Or like feminine. Whatever. Tupac is very much more feminine.
Poetic.
But because of that, Shai said like, I think he said like, I always thought Tupac could take Biggie for some reason. Like if it was ever an altercation or whatever, like I feel like Tupac would destroy him in like any kind of rap or anything. And I think about that. I think about like how, like my father kisses me all the time. And when I hug my father and like we have a real good exchange, like I feel super connected, and I'm not thinking like this is wrong. And he did a really good job of that. I think like he'd always say he loved me, you know, like, and I was like, whoa, just to say that to your son is a big deal. Like, and I feel very comfortable like hugging my friends that are guys. Like I hug you all the time. And it doesn't, but I know a lot of guys I've met that won't hug me. They'll give me a dap and like won't even let me dap and hug. It's a dap and like stay right there. Which is, it's just different. It's just the way you're raised. I think it's a bit different. What you're taught being a man is, and what you actually are, maybe two different things. And I don't know.
And I started to think of like, there's like those kinds of things that you're taught or you see like growing up. Those are things you try to live up to.
For sure.
You know?
For sure. Especially your father, man.
That's the biggest thing. That's wild. I wonder if it's like that for like women with their mothers.
I don't know.
You know?
I don't know.
I never like kind of heard about that or thought about that.
Generally like I
just fucked up with me.
I'm thinking of one woman right now that we had like a personal conversation about like her mother, and she's like, I just want to be just like my mother. And I was like, whoa, that's one of the rarest things I've never heard. I really, most of the women I know that I've had like intimate conversations about, like really personal conversations about their mothers, I could probably do it on one hand. That right? I would like to be like my mother.
Wow.
Yeah. That's a good question. That's a good question. Right? We should ask our next
guest, female guest.
Yeah. I wanted to talk about this because I was talking to Carrie about, I said I would shout this out because we're having this really personal conversation. Carrie Brennan.
Yes,
our
Carrie
fucking
Brennan,
homegirl.
of course.
Shout out Carrie Brennan.
Fuck yeah.
I love you, dude. I went to Philly. Before I do that, I went to Philly Playhouse West over the weekend with her. And we saw, they're doing a show out there right now. Welcome Home Soldier. Tony Savant directed it. Shout out Tony Savant.
Showed out.
I love you, man. He's a guru. He's the shit. I got to watch him act for the first time. He's amazing. The guy's amazing. But he's directing a great group of actors right now. I could shout them all out. But go see the show. It's their last weekend. It's in Playhouse West, Philadelphia. You could go on their Instagram page. You can go on their Facebook page. It's probably links are in bios. Get tickets. It's very cheap. But the show is fucking phenomenal. It's about Vietnam vets coming home from war and like how they were disrespected. Like World War II vets come home to like a ticker tape parade. Vietnam vets came home to like people screaming in their faces and spitting on them and being like, "You're a baby killer." And it made me like wake up. Like there was Vietnam vets there at the show.
Oh fuck.
And like after the show, by the end of the show, everyone's fucking thanking these Vietnam vets who've never been thanked in their entire fucking lives or very rarely have. So it's a powerful show, man. And I'd really highly recommend it. If you're an actor, you want to see good acting, if you want to be moved by a beautiful story and you're just into stories, or if you're a vet, you should really, really, really go see the show. Again, Playhouse West, Philadelphia. Look it up. Facebook, Instagram. Tickets are still available. Go check it out. But yeah, so I went with Carrie Brennan.
Hell yeah.
We're in the car, and I start talking to her about Block and how she's like doing with the whole film, right? It's coming out. Like the film's coming out.
Can't wait, man.
I know. I'm hyped about it, and she's hyped about it. And
we're gonna keep that posted.
We're gonna keep, yeah, for sure. But we get into talking, and she said it's cool to talk about this. That's why I want to talk about it. We got into like I was super curious about like because the film deals with her coming out and how she deals with like how she maneuvers or thinks she has to plan. I think her own coming out to her friends, her family, everybody.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about that, and I always say like I told her before, and I've told a few other people like, and I feel kind of weird when I say it. Like I feel self-conscious. I think it's like a dumb thing to say sometimes, but I really mean it when I say I think it's very, very brave. And the reason I think it's really, really brave is because you're dealing with issues of the heart, right? Like love. And I think like while we're here, there's nothing more beautiful that we can have on this earth, period, in the story. As hippie as that sounds, like love, I think, is the greatest gift of life.
Yeah, for sure.
Hands down. And now a person like Carrie Brennan, who is the shit.
Yeah, right.
Fucking light on this planet, dude. And she's born into this person, right? That she is. Yeah. That loves people of the same sex. Yeah. Right? She's attracted to people of the same sex from birth. Yeah. Like that's just she didn't choose that. She just knew that's what she liked innately, right? As a kid. And so I'm thinking about my life through my lens, and I'm like, okay, when I was growing up, I remember in fucking first grade, I like saw a girl in class, and I was like, I didn't think about anything, but I felt attracted to this girl, and it continued my whole life. Yeah. And the world said to me, good for you, man. Yes, dude. Yes. Like we accept you 100%. I was like, oh, that's easy. This love shit's amazing. Yep. Cool. Carrie does the same thing with her stuff, right? She feels how she feels and she has these feelings. She sees a girl and she says, oh, I feel attracted to this girl. Like her body's telling her like, this is right. This is right. And, the world says to Carrie, no, you can't do that.
That's not right.
Don't do that. Shut that off. Do this other thing.
That's that same feeling that you had.
Right. Do that other thing. We're having the same exact feeling. Yeah. But the world's telling me one thing. The world's telling Carrie another thing. Yeah. And I said, for you to feel that and then have to actively shut off or disguise or shift your feelings to be accepted by other people, to shut off who you are, just to be accepted by other people, is brave. Like
for sure, it's not stupid to say either.
And to have this is the bravest part, is to come out. It's not brave to shut it off. I'm not saying that's the brave part. Yeah. I'm saying it's fuck. I can't find the right word, but it's fucking terrible that you felt you had to do that. Yeah. And there's kids that feel these feelings for the same sex, when they're young, like Carrie, right? I love Carrie so fucking much,
Right.
especially for what she's doing, because she's fucking shining a light on this for people, for kids, I think, and adults as well, who are hiding who they fucking are.
Yep.
And to the point where they hate themselves for it. Yeah. And there's kids out there who kill themselves. And there's huge statistics on this. They're crazy. But there's kids who are killing themselves because of who they love, that they have no fucking control over, dude. And if one of those kids was to come in here right now and be like, you know, this is how I feel, we'd be like, brother, that's fantastic. This is amazing. This is a good thing. Like, thank you. And like, you're going to be great, and you're going to find someone you love, and it's going to be incredible, and you're going to have a great life.
Yep.
But no one does that because they can't say it. They're afraid to say it. So to come out, the act of coming out, I think is one of the bravest fucking things. Kudos to everybody who's fucking come out and said that they're attracted to someone of the same sex. Their genders are a bit different. Whatever you're coming out for, I applaud you. I think it's super fucking brave. I think it needs to happen more often. And it's coming from someone who you know, I can't say that's, I didn't struggle with this. I never struggled with this. I was just accepted for who I am and what I believe, what I loved by nature, by what this culture is. I just got very lucky that way. But I'm telling you from this side of the fence, like, you guys are the bravest for sure when it comes to matters of the heart. You deserve a spot here. You're accepted here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Important, man.
I think it's important for anyone to hear that. I think if you are struggling, if you are
if you're because that's like you have to hide. You're basically hiding your true self.
Yeah. It becomes like a bit of like, am I wrong? Why do I feel this way?
But like
I didn't feel. She literally said, I wish I didn't feel this.
Yes.
Why? Why does it come to, I wish I didn't feel this as a kid? Why?
Yeah. It's fucked up, man. And that's how, I mean, thank God, like, shit's changing. You know what I mean?
Thank God.
Obviously, it's a better place.
Well, for people like Carrie to be saying like, and I'm glad we're talking about it now, because it should be from our side of the street too. We should say this shit because it's not easy for anyone to say, but like, there's no fight in it for us.
Yeah.
Carrie had a fight to even get her voice. We have a voice, and we could just say, Carrie is doing the right thing 100%. She's fucking shining a light on this thing that people are killing themselves over, ending their lives, not living out a life because of who they love. So I'm putting that on the table. The You Are Here podcast fully accepts you, dude. Yes. I fully accept you. Yes. I love you.
Full support.
Carrie Brennan, I can't wait for your film to come out.
Yes.
You're one of the bravest people I fucking know, and you know why. And what you're doing is truly supremely important. And I love you. And I wanted to say that.
Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for bringing that, man.
Yeah, dude.
I love that.
Yeah.
And if you guys are dealing with that shit too, you guys have to watch Block when it comes out. We're going to be here. Man. Come out here. You're here.
Yes.
When it comes out.
Yes.
And if you are going through this shit, just don't hide who you are. And even though the fucking world, it's a fucking scary place.
Yeah.
There's people here to support you. We support you.
Totally.
All this shit.
Totally. Wholeheartedly. Like fucking don't feel pressure. I think it's going to be a pressure situation, I think, no matter what.
For sure, man.
But try to take the pressure off yourself. Know that it doesn't have to happen today. It doesn't have to happen tomorrow. But know truly that you are loved for exactly who the fuck you are.
Yeah.
That the world is not that small. That this is a big fucking planet, dude. And people are going to love you for exactly who you are. Yep. I promise you that.
Yep. No one should have to hide who the fuck
man.
they are, who they love, what they love.
That's the last thing you should hide.
Yep.
And yeah, man. I'm glad we said that. I feel really good.
There's no restrictions on love, dude.
There's no restrictions on that, bro. There's no restrictions on that. So yeah. Fuck yeah.
Damn, dude.
Whoa. I'm glad we said that.
Yeah.
Episode 45 of the You Are Here podcast, bro. Man. What else is going on in your neck of the woods, dude? We watched The Irishman.
Yes, another thing.
Let's get back into these films, dude.
Wow.
Scorsese, brother. One of the greatest. True or false?
Yes.
One of the greatest all time?
For sure.
Hands down.
All right.
Hands down.
I want to bring up something.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Gonna get angry again
Oh shit.
because I'm seeing reviews. I'm seeing critics. I'm seeing all this bullshit. Everyone's a fucking critic. Everyone sucks. But like, when you got like journalistic sources saying The Irishman
Yeah.
is boring,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to stop talking because you can't say that. And when you say that, you sound stupid. All right? 3-hour film. This is Scorsese, Pesci,
De Niro.
De Niro,
Yeah.
everyone. The
Pacino,
top.
dude. Cream of
If
the crop.
you sit through that and you say it's boring,
Yes.
I'm gonna slap you
Yeah.
because it's insane.
Yeah. That's how I feel about Honey Boy and that.
Yes.
I've seen bad reviews and I'm like, and I've heard people saying like, oh, I don't know about that film. Don't talk to me. If you do say it to me, no, then I'm gonna get upset. I'm gonna get upset. And if you're trying to stir me up, to congratulate, you stirred me up.
You know one thing I hate too is about a lot of these like journalists that, and like the biggest one, like New York Post, like all this like top fucking things, The Guardian, New York, Wall Street Journal. Dude, they don't let you like. Why don't they open like a discussion on their articles?
Yeah.
Like, you know, sometimes they have a comment sections.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah,
They close shit off.
Yeah.
So this is just up there and it looks like shit. Yeah. And it makes me believe that people think this. And I'm like, this fucking sucks.
I know. And what do you do if you're Scorsese? You're not reading these things.
No way.
You don't give a fuck. No. But like as a human, when someone is negative towards you, attacks what you do.
Yeah.
In a critical way, and is like, just by their opinion, just says like, hey, your film is
your 3-hour Netflix funded like story about this real fucking thing.
Yes.
That happened with the greats that are.
This story never told. In Jersey, we always like. I feel like it's a Jersey thing where people are like, "Oh, Hoff is buried in Secaucus somewhere."
Guess where the fuck we are?
Meadowlands. I know.
When they mention you, we're in Union City, dude.
We're in it right now.
Oh fuck,
I know.
We just
shit
doxed ourselves, but that's all right. You're not gonna find it.
You never find it.
It's a big place.
Yeah.
But like when I heard that, I'm like, oh, fuck.
I know.
And I was talking to my dad after.
Yeah.
And he was talking about when he was like here, like back when he was building this up and like making his business and everything.
Yeah.
He was scared. He said that he was gonna try to make money. He was gonna try to open like a club or something.
Oh shit.
Just to like a nightclub, just to like make money quick.
Yeah.
But he was scared. He's like, I don't know, because he was scared that they were gonna come. Like,
of course,
these people, mafia was gonna come.
Of course.
And fucking be like, hey man,
they want a piece of this. Yeah. Yeah. That's how it went.
Dude.
That's how it went.
Yeah.
It went, hey,
you walk in, hey,
welcome to the block.
This is us.
So what's gonna happen is this. We are going to we're gonna take care of this place. We're gonna make sure no one bothers you. Mm-hmm. Right? Welcome to the block. All you got to do is
you just gotta help us.
All you're gonna have to do is this. It was very like professional. They weren't fucking like gangsters. They weren't like a mob walking in and being like, hey motherfucker, we want, dude. Yeah, exactly.
Right in your face, like,
they're very dressed for all that.
Yep, in the suit.
And they'd be like, so we're gonna take 10-15% off the top every week, whatever you make. Cool. Just as a fee for like a protection fee, like your protection, like insurance, right? Yeah. And we're gonna make sure that we come every week and do that. And you're like, and if you said, well, I don't know. Yeah, I can't do that. They'd be like, well, you can't be here.
Or he's like, okay.
Yeah.
All right, sure. And then they leave.
And then they would fuck your place up.
And then you're closing up.
Exactly.
And you get
they
shot.
fuck you up. They fuck your place up. And that's how it went.
Dude, the thing I loved really about The Irishman.
Bomb you out.
The thing I loved a lot about this film, man, is that it shows you, like, you've seen Casino, you see Goodfellas, you see all these films, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
This shows you, like, what these people get after this lifestyle.
That's true, man.
And you don't get much.
On the other side of that fucking life, dude, that's tough.
That last like hour, I was like, fuck.
I know.
Man.
It's fucking miserable. It's miserable.
This guy's daughter, like, they didn't want to fucking have anything. He couldn't understand why and all this shit. It's like
him trying to come to terms.
He was just trying to protect it. Yeah.
At the end of his life.
Oh man, that last shot with the door
open.
Fuck that, dude. Oh, but it's boring, dude.
Yeah.
It's boring.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. It was such a boring film. Hey, don't watch the film.
Don't say anything.
Yeah.
Why would you say that?
Yeah. Go write a journal. You gotta go write a negative fucking review journal.
I don't say, dude, journalism's dead, dude.
There's like
real journalism's dead.
I think there's worth in critiquing people's work.
Yeah.
I don't think there's worth in like just a general shitting on someone's work. You know what I mean?
It's not anything.
you have to be critical. You can't just say like an inflammatory, like the film was like eating a cold bowl of oatmeal. Okay, why? Why? One scene, something you didn't like in the
It's like a UFO passing right now,
dude. I think it was a plow or something. We got fucking crazy snow.
But yeah, I don't,
Yeah, dude.
it's just don't write anything. Like don't say anything.
I tell you about the story. I had gotten good reviews from a play I was doing last year.
Yeah.
And then I found a bad review. It was my first like bad review. And it wasn't like directed at me, but it was directed at like my being, my presence, right?
Really?
Yeah, so it wasn't like specific in like I didn't like this specific character because he was half dead and whatever. What he said was like something like there was no need for him in the story. And I was like, well, that's a critique on the story.
Yeah.
But at the time, I took it super personal. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I deserve to be there. I'm doing great work. And like, this hurts, man. Like, that ain't cool. And it made me realize, like, I just can't read that stuff.
There's no way.
Someone would send me a good review and I'd be like, I can't read that. I can't read that. I can't read
Dude,
good,
you can read 100 good reviews, then you read one bad one.
One bad one and it's over. And it's over.
And you're done.
And then you're searching for good ones. And you're like, but is it enough to beat this bad one? And like the bad one hot. There's something about I think the way our brain takes information that like the negative things in life you really respond to and hold on to. The traumatic experiences you remember forever. The negative things that people say to you or like critique or whatever, they stick out more so than like you just accept a good someone says something good to you. It's very easy to be like,
I think it's just the brain is just fragile, dude.
Yeah.
Like the mind is just fragile. Like
I think it's a survival thing.
Yeah.
I think it's like I need to navigate this negative thing. I need to
and like
highlight it.
I'm trying to like put it into like terms, but like when you think of like if you're getting like positive, reinforcement, it's not really like fueling anything. Maybe like your ego or like your confidence, stuff like that.
Love is different.
Yes.
But like I know what you're saying.
But like compliments and stuff.
Yeah.
But like when you're getting something negative, it just destroys your like mental state.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I don't get how like that is different from like a compliment.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I know.
But it's so much more like drastic.
It's very different. Yeah. It's very fucking different.
Imagine compliments hit hard as fucking negative things. You'd be doing good.
How rare would compliments be?
That'd be. I mean, they're already pretty rare, dude.
They're pretty rare already. Yeah, that's true. That's true. What are we at right now?
43.
Oh, good. Okay, we got time.
43, dude.
I want to talk to
you.
You
at the golf club, bro. What are you going, driving?
Yeah, dude. I'm a boss. I'm using
club.
it as a cane, actually. I feel like a pimp, like De Niro in The Irishman.
What was your favorite part of The Irishman?
Favorite part of The Irishman? I was laughing my ass off when Pacino was freaking out on Tony Pro.
Wearing the fucking...
That's hysterical. That's the thing about them is that like De Niro, Pacino, Pesci, you don't know what they're gonna do. In the moment, you don't know what. I think that's why they're so dynamic. You're watching and you're like, what the fuck's gonna happen next? They're so in the moment and present and like alive. Yeah. Their opinions are so strong. Like this guy's. You're 10 minutes late. Yeah. And you could tell how fucking.
I don't wait for 10 minutes.
I don't wait 10 minutes for nobody. He's like, well, it's 15 minutes. It was only. You got to take it count traffic. And De Niro's trying to calm them down. They're laughing, but they're really pissed off at each other. Dude, it was fucking so good. I could have watched that scene. It was as if you were there.
Yeah, it was real.
Yeah, you're at the meeting with them. Like Scorsese will let that draw out. Yep. You're sitting at this fucking meeting for however long the meeting is. It was incredible, dude. I was dying. I was fucking. And nothing was really happening, but there was really specific doings. Yeah. They were each trying to like piss who has like the bigger brajol. And you know what I mean? Like they were trying to like big each other and take each other's territory. And he really needed something from Tony Pro. And Tony Pro was like not going to give it to him without an apology, you know?
He's like, he's like, I need something. He's like, what? I got you this, I got to give you this.
I love that scene.
I get the money.
I love that scene.
He's like, no, I need the other thing.
Yeah.
The apology. What? I'm not apologizing.
Yeah, dude, the way De Niro handled it. The way De Niro handled it was so fucking
That's
funny.
Such a... Just like the mob like genre is just so... Not a lot of people can do it like that, man.
No, they do it the best. Yeah. They do it the best. There's a reason their movies are like forever movies. Yeah. This is the first time I saw you since filming.
Yes.
So we did the podcast last week, but it was just a phone call. I wanted to talk to you in person about like your experience being on set and like the after effects. Like how you feel now? It's been 2 weeks. No,
Dude,
2
now-
weeks. 2 weeks.
Well, yeah.
We can change
around there.
We
yeah.
can change.
But man, so that was that went so fast, man. It was only what, 3-4 days?
3 days.
3 days. I mean, that is pretty quick, but still, that went so fast, and it was so fucking just. It felt so good to be on that set with all these, with you,
Right.
obviously a good friend, but also amazing like talent and actor.
Thanks.
Because you know your shit, you do your shit, and like to be with people that just know what the fuck they're doing is just so like motivating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
there's people out there.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And that makes me want to put myself out there more to like meet other people and like try to get something done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You make good connections on that set.
Yeah, for sure.
I
Everyone's
saw it.
fucking dope.
Yeah.
Everyone's
yeah.
great, man.
Shout out everybody. Dude.
Yes. Yes.
Everyone was so dope.
Yeah.
Mark,
On the
Nick.
YouTube, we have the behind the scenes you guys can watch and check out a little sneak
I
peek.
feel like Erin was MVP that whole
Oh,
time. She was
Erin
just crushing.
killed it.
Shireen,
Aaron
MVP.
Johnson. Sharon.
Everyone fucking
Yeah.
crushed it.
Tell me one bad thing.
There was nothing.
There's no bad thing.
nothing. The projector scene was the only like, oh no, we having a
And
technical issue
the craziest thing is like, yeah, we're trying to have like a projector show up on the camera. It's obviously, we have
on a
you know,
dolly shot.
Yes, on
Showing
a dolly. We have
Yeah.
you know studio lights. Like it's not gonna show up.
Yeah,
It's tough.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Without having the light lower.
We're using like a $200.
But like, and we're like, there's not one person trying to figure out.
no.
Everyone is grabbing shit, trying to
Everybody.
figure this shit out.
That's the difference, man.
right?
That is the difference. I swear. I don't know how this movie's gonna be, bro.
Yep.
But I know like we all fucking cared about each other for
Yeah.
3 days. Like
Yeah.
on that set.
For sure.
Everyone was taking care of each other. Everyone was doing their job.
Yeah.
Not because it was like, oh, I just got to do this job.
And
it
whenever,
didn't feel like
yep.
that.
And everyone was fun. And when everyone had to fucking be like, all right, we got to do shit, everyone's quiet and doing
Yeah,
shit.
man. Yes. There was no egos. There was
Yep.
zero fucking
Yep.
ego. Bro.
I remember I was talking to Mark and Nick. Shout out.
Shout out.
They were doing the lighting and the gaffing electric and everything. And they were just talking about how they're like, yeah, no one like, I thought they're like, oh, I thought like, I don't know the script. Like I remember Mark came in, he didn't know the script.
know the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like piecing it together as we were going, which is funny. But he was talking about like, he was like, yeah, but like no one like has a problem or ego or anything, or like anyone's like above each other. We're all like,
Yeah.
he's like, yeah, it's just a great like environment.
Yeah.
I agree, man. This was amazing. Definitely after, I was like, fuck. I was like, what am I doing, dude? I want to do more. I wish I could do it every week.
Yeah.
You know, something. And I don't know why I got into a slump, like a creative slump. I didn't really like do anything past that. The snow started coming in. I had to like
Yeah.
do some of that work. But I think after today, I want to start, you know, just putting more hours.
For sure.
I want to do like an hour a day, do something that I want to do.
You want to write. You want
Yeah, write, music,
music.
whatever,
Yeah.
photography, stuff
Yes.
like that.
Yes.
You gotta finish your role, man. of
Yeah, I
film.
know.
I have some pictures from there too.
Upstate.
Yeah.
Oh, do you have
Yeah, yeah.
shots of? Oh, dude.
Of the behind the scenes.
Perfect.
can't
Perfect.
wait.
I want to see.
Yeah.
I'm so. I'm
got that
so.
chopper,
Yeah,
right?
we got the chopper overhead.
It's all right.
They found us. They doxed us. I'm just so grateful for those 3 days, dude.
Yeah.
Genuinely grateful, because like think about this. Like, you know already. Like, you write something, you write a story, right? And it's personal.
Yeah.
And it's meaningful to you.
Yep.
And it means a lot to you. But like nobody else really knows.
Yep.
Then you tell somebody about it and you're like, do you think this is possible? And someone says to you like, yeah, like this is possible, and like I like this. Like, we should do this. You're like, oh wow, okay. Fast forward, and you've got a team of people saying like, let's do this.
Staying 3 nights at a.
Yeah.
You know?
And everyone's sleeping like in the same house.
Yeah.
We're all
Same bed.
eating together. Same bed. We're all eating together. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Yes. Snuggling together in the same room. You got to understand, like that's
It all starts from some words on a page. You know?
right. And dude, I always like during like it's happening, I have like this flashback moment where I'm like 15. And I'm like, dude, I don't know what to do with my life. Like nobody, you know, I need a purpose. I need some. And then I go to 20 and I'm like, I want to be an actor, but like, I don't know how to do this. And like, and I think about like, nobody fucked with me. Like I had a few friends and like, and a few of them were like, you could do something special. Like, I love you. Like you do something. And thank God for those people. But they were, you know, no, I didn't have a roadmap.
Yeah.
I started writing. Nobody wanted to fucking read what I had to write. Nobody wanted to put me in their shit. Yeah. And I understand why. I didn't know what I was doing and it was just starting. But that's where it began. You know? And everyone's like, not everyone, but you fast forward and like, you put something out there that means something to you and people have accepted me a bit more and like worked with me. And I'm very lucky that way that like a few people are like, let's work together.
Yep.
And let's put out your thing and let's make it happen.
Yeah.
And it goes out. And then you get other people who watch it and are moved by it. And they're like, whoa, you know, Dave knows what he's doing. And it's like, Dave didn't know what he was doing for 10 years. Dave didn't know what he was doing. Dave was trying to figure out what to do. But like, I'm very lucky that I have like that, from my father actually, like I'll get knocked down, but I'm not going to I'm not going to die. I'm not going to lay down.
Yeah.
I'm going to make something every fucking time. And like, if you say no, then that's fine. Like door closes, it hurts like a motherfucker. Yep. I'm very fearful. I'm in pain. I beat myself up like nobody else, bro. But the one thing I have is like, I'm not going to fucking lay down here and not go after this thing. Yep. If I have to, I have to. That's so it's wild. It's just wild.
And like you were saying there, how you know, it takes that, you show it to someone else.
Yeah.
The story.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like going back to fucking Honeyboy. Like Shia showed it to Alma, right? And he didn't even want to be in it. He just wanted to like make it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, like, you know, and she took it.
She said, you have a narrative. Yeah. This is, I think, a narrative.
Yeah. It's just to like put a perspective on that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It happens like all from the top to the bottom.
Well, it's
a story.
It's also an act of trust.
Yeah.
It's also an act of like when Carl said, let's do this.
Yeah.
From first story we ever did together, I approached him and I was like, I know we don't know each other. I've seen what your work and I just see a ton of potential and like, I think you're really good and I think we could do something. And he, without knowing anything about me, my work, he was like, sure. And that meant a lot. Like nobody
Sometimes that's all you need, man.
Well, it's huge, dude.
Someone believes in you.
I think a lot of people miss the mark because they don't get that first person to say like, sure.
Yep.
And like someone's out there, your one sure person is out there somewhere. If you ask enough times and knock on enough doors, like someone's going to say yes. Your time does come. But I think what Carl did, and like we're fast forwarding to like 9 years later and we're making our 6th, 7th film, I don't even know what, together. Like you said, like there's a taste there. Like I look back, you said you look back at the films and you were like, oh wow.
Yeah.
I could see the evolution of the stories and like, but this,
and the style and everything.
And I never thought of that. Like when you said that's the first time I thought of that. It was like a style, a way of making a film, a way of telling a story. I was like, I'm not thinking about style when I talk to Carl. We're telling stories together because
that's beautiful because it's a natural thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's organic.
Yeah.
Like when you watch like the Scorsese film, like everyone, Wes Anderson film, Scorsese, like everyone has their own style.
No way. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It was cool. It was cool to hear that. I never thought of that. But yeah, so to be there on set that did, like those few days, I was having so much fun, dude.
Yeah.
I was having so much fun.
Yeah. You're doing what you love, man.
We had a car mount and we were like, me and Carlotta were like driving around in this car. Nobody was in the car. And we're like on these fucking rocky roads. And I'm like watching the camera, like hoping it doesn't fall. And like, it was just so much fun, dude. And we're dealing with a heavy story, heavy lifting, heavy acting. But like, I just had so much fun, dude.
Yeah.
I had so much fun. And I think it takes trust. I think to do what we did, I think takes a lot of trust.
Yeah.
You have to trust the person who's with you and in front of you and near you and on your right and your left. And I trusted everybody.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, everyone's going to tell the story however they see it. And like, I believe it's going to go well, or however it's going to go, it's going to go. But like, I trust everyone in the room, truly. And Carlotta was the shit.
Amazing. You guys both destroyed.
I don't know, bro, but she did
amazing.
Crazy. I remember just like watching her in a scene. I was like,
that's what I tell everyone. Like, I was talking to some of the extras that came, and like watching and like I talked to them after. Like we filmed everything.
Yeah.
And it's like sometimes I'm the only one in the room with the mic sitting there.
You're always there.
And I'm watching, I'm like, and I'm hearing it in my ears, like close. I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like I'm watching the movie.
That's really cool.
Before it's out.
Yeah. That's so intimate.
Yeah.
You're like in the room.
I hear like every movement.
In the one scene, we're in the bed, right?
Yeah.
And it's like the one of the most intimate moments, but like you're behind me. And I forgot you were behind me. I said this on the phone, but like, Erin showed me pictures after, Shireen, and I saw you behind me with the boom, like right over my shoulder. And I was like, in the moment, I'm like, it's just me and Carlotta in this entire world. I'm not thinking about anything else. But seeing the picture, I was like, Mike was there for that. You were in the room. You heard every breath that I was like, you heard everything she was going through, like
every fucking move, everything.
Yeah. You're like
it's
a
weird,
fly
man.
on the wall, dude. That had to be a weird experience.
It was fun though, man.
Yeah.
I never, I mean, I did sound and stuff. I do sound and stuff, sound work before and design and everything. Yeah. But actually recording, I never like did it fully for a thing. Yeah. And like, it was fun.
On a professional set, you just crushed it. You just crushed it, dude. I mean, semi-professional, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
But like you made it happen.
Yeah.
You fucking held your own. You didn't look like you were like nervous or scared at all.
Oh, I was trying.
Yeah. You did well, dude.
Thanks.
You did fucking well.
You guys killed it too.
Thanks,
everyone.
Dude.
Shout out to the whole team, man.
Shout
it was
out to
amazing.
the whole team. Jordan. Fucking Jordan.
Jordan, though.
If you want a DP for a DP for your film, I don't know how he's not fucking like, Dave, I can't help you because I'm shooting some shit like with fucking like fucking Scorsese tomorrow. Like, he's the shit. He's the shit. The guy is fucking incredible. If you're looking for an incredible fucking DP, I will sign my name and I'll give you my wallet. If you think that Jordan can't follow through, he's the shit. He's the shit. I give him. There was a moment we had, and this goes to show you how cool of a person Jordan is. I mean, everyone is super cool, and I love everybody truly on that set. But like, Jordan, you can see Jordan's like, he knows what the fuck he's doing.
Yes,
he's very technical,
he's zoned in,
and he has to be. It's his job.
Yeah, he
has to light the shit. Perfectly. He has to. His camera work is it's just incredible. The guy's incredible. He's an incredible talent. He's so proficient.
Yes,
he's like a machine almost.
Yes,
and he's locked in, and he's like, the way he speaks, his way of speaking isn't like it isn't like nasty or mean or anything like that. But he's very direct. He'll be like, Dave, move your arm, and I'm like preparing for a scene or whatever, and he'll be like, just lower your shoulder. And me and him know each other so well that I'm not like offended or like whatever. And it's a professional way of talking to me, and I do the same. But after a scene, that projector scene, where I had to it was tough for me to do. Like to go through that many times was tough. And I was kind of at like my wit's end by the end of it, emotionally. Like I was just fucking exhausted, and there was no like, there's not a happy ending to the scene. It's just a shitty night for these two people. But I was in the stairwell. I remember I was just trying to relax and like breathe. I was just trying to like not keep crying. I wanted to just like relax. And I remember he came up to me. I felt very alone for like a moment because of what we were just going through. And he came up to me and he stopped and he turned to me and he gave me a hug. And like me and Jordan, like Jordan, he's affectionate, but he's not. You know what I mean? Like, but for him to do that was a big deal.
Yeah.
It meant a lot to me, specifically from him, because like I didn't expect it. I wasn't like, Jordan's, like he's gonna be there emotionally as my shoulder. Yeah. And he was there in the midst of like lighting another scene and talking to Nick and Mark and you and everybody. He stopped in the stairwell and he just hugged me, and I started crying on his shoulder, and I was like, dude, I love it. You're my friend. You're my friend. You're my brother. You're not just working on this film. This means something to you too, and like we're in it together, and like you've got my back, and to get a hug from somebody like that, like my friend in the moment, I'll never forget that. That meant a lot to me. Yeah, and you were there for me too through the whole thing, in between takes and stuff. Like
that was always a weird thing. I was like, I don't know what to go to Dave and say.
But it's nice. For me, it was. I don't know if it works for everybody. For me, it was like nice to have someone I trust and love, like in the hallway, in between getting ready to do something. Like I'm working, but I'm also, you're helping me work. Like, I imagine like if I was, I mean, this is kind of crazy and I don't want to get into the process of it, but like some of the things that I was going through in the moment were like fantasy things and like things that I was, obviously I had to put myself in like a circumstance. And, if I was to lose somebody and people are over the house after, it'd kind of be like this.
Yeah.
Be people walking all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah.
Be people getting food. There be people, all this shit. And like, I kind of imagine like, oh my God, Mikey's in my house. And like, he knows I'm going through it and I'm not talking about it and he's not asking me about it, but like, you're just giving me a nod. And I'd be like, thank you for being here for me, man. It sucks that you're here for this fucking thing. And like, it would just help me.
That's fucking crazy, man. Yeah, that's how we felt it was too.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's a fucking, like, I tell everyone, like, that's, like, being on that set is like, it was like magic happening.
Wow.
You know?
Wow.
It just felt like magic.
Wow. You know what's crazy? This is crazy as shit. I don't know how I did. Like, I'm kind of scared that it's like my end of my coverage. Like, I know Carlotta what she did because I was watching and like I was in it with her, and this is what I'm seeing. Yeah. I'm like, dude, people are gonna freak when they see you because you're just you're incredible. You're incredible. She was incredible.
Yeah.
But I don't know how I did. I was so swept up.
Trust me, dude, you did good.
I don't know, bro.
Trust me, dude. You guys both did really good.
I'm scared. But the story was told. However it does, I'm learning in life and in my work very important lessons. Like now that I'm almost 30, dude, I'm finally learning that you have to make room for that magic. You have to make room for magic.
Yes.
You have to in all aspects of this shit. You just have to let go, at least partially in this thing, anything, in your day. You have to leave room for the magic. You have to, bro.
I like that. You got to leave room for magic.
You have to, dude. If I was just like, okay, Carl's the camera situated right. Carlotta, we're going to say take, we're going to do this one thing right now in this take. Make sure you say the line like this. And like 3, 2, 1, and action. And like we start like, it wasn't like that. We would be prepping and whatever. And Carlotta would be doing her own thing. And like, you know, I'm holding Aaron Johnson's hand and like, I'm having this moment with her, and she hung up this little Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle thing I drew when I was like 5, and like I was just it was like a crazy experience, but it was never like start and stop. It was never like this is reality and this is fake world.
It's
there
like
was
continuous
room for shit to just happen. I didn't know it was gonna happen. It was alchemy, bro. It was like chemistry. It was like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, shake it up, and this new moment happens, and we're rolling off of that. Yeah. So it was just cool. It was really a fucking cool experience. Tom being there at the meeting scene. Oh. That dude literally brought from moment fucking one honesty and truth to the entire story. Yep. He set the fucking tone. Shout out Tom Panzarino.
Big shout out.
You're the shit. And I love you so fucking much for what you brought to my story. And it really means a lot to me. Just what you did. And people will find out what you did. Yeah. And who you are.
Even him like talking about it after and stuff to like everyone else. I'm like, and him sitting through it all. It was like, it was great. Everyone's great.
The extras that came out, everyone was so in it.
Yep.
Shout out Mikey, shout out Ale, shout out Karina.
Yeah. Big shout out.
Shout out Adam, dude. Everybody fucking crushed it. God, bro, I can't say enough, man. I can't say enough, dude. I can't. I'm a lucky guy. Yeah. I'm a lucky guy.
I can't wait to start seeing things come together.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I'm going to Carl's place with some coffee this week, Carl.
Carl.
You better answer the door.
Answer the phone.
We got some work to do.
Carl killed it too, man. Shout out to Carl.
I said this on the phone to you last week, but like I got to watch Carl work for the first time. I never paid. I'm usually like being filmed by him. So when I was wrapped for the shoot, Carlotta still had a few shots.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there behind the camera watching Carl with the monitor and talking to Jordan, and I'm like, he's watching the monitor really intently, specifically everything. He's watching the whole frame, but he's also watching the acting, and he's watching Carlotta, and I'm watching him like getting close to the monitor, backing off, and I'm like, oh, this dude is so specific and knows exactly what he wants, dude. Yeah. But he's also, the cool thing about Carl is, and I don't even know if he knows this yet, and I'm afraid to say it out loud because I don't want to fuck him up. He's such a genius because he knows what he wants, technically. He knows what he's after story-wise. Yeah. He knows what he has to capture because he's so prepared. Mm-hmm. He knew what he needed, but he freed himself up for the magic, dude. He allowed us to play. Yeah. he really gave me the green, and I talked to him a lot before about like the meeting scene and about this film in general, the way I want it to be shot. And I, like selfishly, the way I want to act in this thing with Carlotta is to free up room.
Oh, wow.
To give us that space.
Yeah. That's exactly what happens.
Can we just riff a bit? Can you give us space to like go through a real thing? And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and fuck it, we'll cut it. But like, can I have a real share? Can you allow me to shoot a real share in the meeting scene? Like, to give an actor that is a big deal.
Yeah.
If it's the way an actor works, that's a big deal.
Yeah,
if we had to do it another way, it would have hurt me. I feel like maybe not Carlotta because she's a pro, but I'm not a pro. Like I'm kind of rough around the edges.
Hey man,
you know?
you're pro.
I think I got better. I developed a bit more craft on set this time, but like I definitely learned. But like whatever. I don't know.
No, I think you are at like a different level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Different
than like normal fucking person. Normal actor, dude. Like you're up there.
Thanks.
Like watching you, like I've never seen you work like that.
That was the first time.
That was the first time I ever saw that.
Yeah.
And to watch that, I was like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Dave's doing this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's doing, like, he's actually real doing it.
Whoa.
And like, I'm seeing like you're making this story you wrote, these like everything you got, you're making it happen. You're making this character, like you thought up of everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like you made this thing happen. And from reading that script and seeing it come out like that, I was like, holy fuck. Like, you know, the vision, you know, like how do you want everything to feel? And it felt just like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And because I was talking to you about like, you know, as the script was changing and stuff like that, and like how you felt about like the actual story and like what you want people to get from it, is like, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's because of you.
Yeah, but
you're acting and like everyone coming together to do that.
Yeah.
You play a big part, man. You can't play yourself down.
Yeah.
You play a really big part.
Thanks,
you're the main person there.
But also, like, I'm not trying to like just not accept what you said. I'm accepting what you said. And thank you for saying it, dude. For real. I mean that.
Yeah.
But I mean, behind like me saying like, oh, like this means a lot to me. Like, can we do this? And people saying yes. Like, it took a village to do that. Like, it doesn't take. Like, a lot of people have ideas and shit.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are like, let's do this thing. Like, it means a lot to me.
Yeah.
And like, there's worth there. Like, I hope people have that. You should have that. You want to tell us a story and it means something to you? Say it to somebody. Push for it. Don't quit. That goes a long way. You will get there. You will get there. The right people will be there for you.
Yeah.
But how many times did I come to you and I'm like, dude, I'm fucking scared, man. Like I can't. I don't know. I don't know if this is gonna work, dude. I have this problem with this thing, and like, what if I can't deliver acting wise? What if there's so many fucking what ifs and fears in me, and it took so many people to be like, just advice, just people to say like, Dave, calm down.
Yeah,
you're gonna be fine, and here's why. People that give me a shoulder and be like, dude, you're gonna do this. You're gonna do this. I can list off the people right now. They know who they are. You're one of them. Like, I wouldn't have done it if it was just me. I wouldn't have done it.
Yeah. And from that, I think like you were even saying is like I know, like I'm nervous and I feel fucking scared right now, but I know it's gonna fucking happen.
Yeah.
And it did.
Yeah.
I think it happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. It was scary as fuck.
I think it happened.
I was so
I think
afraid.
you did it.
Yeah. Well, thanks, dude. I don't know. That's
what I'm saying.
I don't know, bro.
Once you go to Carl, you'll see what happens.
But what was I gonna say? I was like, I was watching Jordan set up the camera, and I'm like, we're dealing with a fucking professional camera. Like, there's money behind this thing, and it's not a lot of money, but it's money. And I'm like, I have to do my job.
Yeah.
I have to do my job, bro. Everyone's doing their job.
That was definitely a lot of money.
And that scared me. That scared me going in. I was like, I gotta somewhat deliver on a thing that's very ethereal and very like magical. Like, it's not I can't just be like, okay, I'm gonna read this book, and by the end of it, like, my job's done. I can technically do that. That's like, I could grasp that. You're asking me to do a acting thing. Like, I have to be fully alive, present in a moment with a person while the camera's rolling, and be doing a thing by telling this story, right?
Yeah.
And there's going to be a cut, and there's going to be new locations, and we're going to do different things to you, and we're going to wire a mic on you, and you're still going to have to do this thing. That's my job. But my job really is like to relax, to know that I did all the work, and to do what I was taught to do for years, and to really just take in the person and love the person in front of me. If I can do that, my job's done.
Yeah.
If my heart's full and I'm doing that and I'm present, I'm doing my job. And I learned on set, like I really learned, I feel like this time around, like I might be scared every time. It doesn't mean I have to push anything.
Yeah.
I don't have to make a thing happen, dude.
Yep.
I can engage with you in between takes. I can put my feet up and watch The Office at night and not like, and have, you know, like a drink with you and like, and everyone else and like tell jokes and it's not gonna fucking throw me off.
Yep.
It's gonna add more life to a situation. That's experience. That's something I was very afraid of doing.
Really?
Yes. Ask Carl about the Rose Garden, dude. I was like this.
Really?
Oh yeah. I was just afraid. I was working out of fear. And I got a product from it as a way of working. But like I feel like I lost a bit too.
Yeah.
I had beautiful exchanges in the moment with Tori and like those things I'll remember forever. But on set I imagine I wasn't very fun to be around.
Yeah.
And like this could have been that. It could have been that way.
Got you.
It could have been that way.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it was that for other people, how they took me in, but I feel like I experienced a lot of love on
this. I think, you definitely spread the love. You spread the love. You roasted me for my snoring.
Oh, God, I have that video of you, dude.
You got to send me that.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
So bad. No, I think I get what you're saying, though.
You know what I mean?
Because I wasn't on the Rose Garden.
Yeah,
so like, I don't know how it was before. But I feel like I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Now. I think so.
It's easy to get swept up.
Yeah.
Out of fear. And I watched Carlotta work, and I'm like, I'm afraid. Like, she's killing it, and I'm afraid. Like, I'm afraid, dude. Like, she's prepared. She's really fucking good.
Yeah.
The way we work, and you said we're similar, and I agree. I think we are similar. I think she's. This is what I'll say. I don't mean to misspeak either. I'm gonna let people behind the curtain a bit on Carlotta. And she might get mad at me, but she knows I love her very much. And I'm her number one fan. She's so well-rounded as an actor.
Yeah.
She's so well-rounded. She can technically do whatever you ask her to do. She's doing the heavy lifting in the film. She's dying on camera. Like there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on. She's losing everything. And she put herself there, you know, with her work and like with her presence and everything, and all the work she did before she got there. And she trusted me a lot, and I'm really grateful for that too. But I didn't like you said, like I'd see her like, you know, she'd go into a room, she'd do some whatever she's doing, whereas I was kind of like doing it wherever the fuck I was. And I feel like she's raw too.
Yeah,
like I'm very raw. I feel, and I'm not. And this isn't. I get self-conscious when I talk about like how I think I appear when I'm working, but I'm just telling you what from my heart, the way I work when I act. You saw it's very. I'm not. I don't like write in my journal and I'm like, work's done. Where do you need me to stay?
Yeah.
Where do I sit?
Yeah.
Where's the camera? Okay. Action. Cool.
Yeah.
And then boom, and it's happening. I can't start and stop it.
Yeah.
I can't. Not yet. I'm not. I don't think I'm like it takes experience to do that. Like one day I hope I'll have that button where I can just be like, this is a scene calls for you to be emotionally fucking ravaged. And I'll be like, God, I know where that is in me already. Click. But I hold a lot of value to like the truth of what's happening. Right. Yeah. And so I'll go off and I'll start creating my truth in this moment, in this house, in this room with you guys, whatever. I have my music's in my ear and that helps me a lot. And like, I'm doing my own thing. I'm imagining things. I'm taking in reality what's around me. And it's very much out there. I'm very much like amongst everybody while it's happening. And I don't mean to be, but like, where else am I going to go? You know?
Yeah.
Whereas I see now, she was very, very technically sound and like very much like she can click it on and off more so than I can. But she's also working.
Yeah.
Just like I am too.
I think so. Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, we're not that different.
Yeah.
Not and no disrespect. If that's disrespectful, I'm sorry, Carla. I didn't mean that. But like, you're much better than me in that way. You're much better than me, I think, as an actor. Period. But like, just to see her when you said that, I was like, she did it. She was.
Yeah, she's working.
You know, she was working. She was working around the clock. But then she was able to cut it off and chill too. It was cool to see. I don't know. I'm just talking.
I think you both were. Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You cut it off sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes I see Carlotta sneak into a room.
That's when you said that.
Yeah.
I was like,
sometimes she was sneaking into a room.
I guess you're right.
And I'm like, all right, yeah, she's doing it.
She's doing it.
Sometimes she snuck into that room with that big ass wasp in it. And I was like, damn, does she know that's in there or not?
Oh, it wasn't there. She's murdering a wasp, dude. That wasp disappeared.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Shit. Well, dude, I think that was good, dude.
That's
Episode
it.
45.
That's it. We're done.
Here we are.
We're done.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you got this far, we love you. www.youareherepodcast.co. We cannot afford the M. Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Anchor.fm, Castbox, everywhere you can watch the podcast. Subscribe, like, comment. Let us know what you're thinking. What did you guys think of Irishman, Honeyboy, something?
Yeah, hit us up, man.
Yeah,
hit us up. Give
us
us your opinions. Subscribe to the podcast if you can. It helps us a lot. It helps us a lot. I wanted to read this before we go.
Yeah,
little quote.
Yes, please.
Is that okay?
Please. This
is for you, dude. This is from Forrest Gump. One of the best films of all time. Here we go. I don't know if we each have a destiny or if we're all just floating around accidental like on a breeze, but I think maybe it's both. Maybe both is happening at the same time.
I love it, dude.
I love you guys.
Forrest Gump. Also, I want to say thank you, Dave, for making that story and making it come to life and bringing everyone together and bringing me into it.
Always.
So thank you.
Thank you for being there for me. Thank you for being there for me.
Signing out, guys.
Love it. This is Dave, and I love you.